O God, our help in ages past is a common hymn for New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. The point is that God is always reigning and caring for his people. Stanza 1, um, our shelter from the stormy blast. He is our protection, during the storms and troubles of life, and he is our eternal home. Stanza 2, under the shadow of thy throne, maybe uh, a reference to Revelation chapter 6, verses 9 to 11. And those verses that talks about God's saints, which I normally assign his holy people. God's holy people are under his altar, and they are there under his protection, is what that signifies. That they are holy because they're under his altar, also under his protection and his care. I think that's a similar picture here, except it says his throne, which emphasizes more his reign, his power. So under his gracious reign and his protection, his holy people live securely. His arm is a picture of his power, especially his power to save. So sufficient is thine arm alone would mean that his power to save is enough. That we can depend on that. We can trust in that. He protects us surely. Stanza 3. This is talking about God. Well, it starts off talking about God making the world. So before he established the hills, or before he established the hills, before he made the earth, from everlasting. This is talking about the past, not eternal future. This is saying that eternally past, God was already God. He was already there. And to eternal future, to endless years, the same. He remains God. Stanza 4, to God, his way of thinking, 1,000 years is the same as at evening. That God does not count time. He doesn't think of time the same as us. Some people try and make this a mathematical equation where, okay, 1,000 years equals 1 day. No, the point is that God doesn't count time the same as we count time. Short as the watch that ends the night. This watch doesn't mean like to gaze at or to watch. It's not that meaning. It's related to the fact that people would divide up the day into hours, and they would divide up the night into watches, periods of time where soldiers would stand guard. And so, for example, the Romans would divide the night up into 4 watches. And so each watch would be like 3 hours. So here, the watch that ends the night before the rising sun would be the last 3 hours of the watch, or the last 3 hours of the night. So it's not really watching, it's just short time period. So like the short time when night ends and the sun rises, something like that. Stanza 5. Time just keeps moving on, however you want to assign that. Soon bears us all away. We all die, period. That's what that means. And we fly forgotten as a dream, dies at the opening day. The world forgets us, the same as in the morning you wake up and you know any dreams that you had during the night, your dreams might be very vivid, but then as soon as you wake up, the dreams fade. Well, the same, the world forgets us, and the world's memory of us fades the same. Stanza 6 is pretty clear, pretty straightforward. So hopefully that helps you to understand this hymn. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Thank you for watching.